But many
Okay.
students, they ask me about the grades, how important grades are for getting a job, particularly freshers and also people with less than like 2 years or 3 years of experience. So
Mm.
after their masters, they ask me like, what are the chances of getting into a company? What company thinks when they select candidates? I would rather rephrase the question: what company thinks when they select candidates? What is the mindset? How they evaluate the cover letter, the CV, the grades? We can talk in an overall fashion. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, grades. So I used to grades used to be something I thought was very important
Mm-hmm.
before, but I realized that the highest a grade can take you to is to an interview.
Mm-hmm.
So once you pass an interview stage, your grades don't matter, right? So because once you got in your interview, your first interview, your grades don't matter. What matters is what can you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a 1.0 and someone else has a 2.0, and both of you are invited to an interview,
Mm-hmm.
if you mess up the interview with the guy with a 1.0, you're out, right?
Yeah. Right.
This brings me to the point is that grades don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
However, however, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you don't pay attention to it. So
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm contradicting myself a bit here, but the reason why I'm saying that is I usually tell people in my platform, Blisscareer, that like if you in your CV, if you have a 2.0 down to 1.0, then
Mm-hmm.
include it in your CV. If
Okay.
you have 2.0 upwards, like 2.3, 2.5, 2.6, don't include it.
Okay.
Because the reason why I say that is you are going to be competing with people who have 1.3,
Yeah.
right? And if you're putting a 2.5 in your CV, and the HR is seeing a lot of people 1.3,
Yeah.
there's already a prejudice there, right? So
Yeah.
just leave it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, what that is one point. The second point then is remember what you said in the beginning about German, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you come to Germany, you're doing a master's,
Mm-hmm.
very very demanding masters.
Yeah.
You need to learn German as
Yeah.
well, right? You need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to do sports, right? What else is there? You need to apply for jobs, right? Because you're looking for an internship, you're looking for working student
Mm-hmm.
position. So it's a lot of stuff for an international students to do, right? And on top of that, you need to worry about your grades.
Yeah.
Now, what students, the trap students fall into is they take their grades as the holy grail, and they only concentrate on their grades. So they concentrate on their grades. They
Mm-hmm.
don't learn German. They don't go out to meet people. They
Yeah.
don't network. They don't do any other thing than study.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of it all, you're graduating with a 1.3, fine, but your German is not good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a network. You've not gone out. You're going to find it really difficult because at the end, the companies have a band. So if you have 2.3 downwards, they're fine with it. They don't really care much. What they care is what value can you bring to the table. Now that brings me to a point you mentioned, right, about the what do you call it, what employers are looking for
Yeah.
in your cover letter. What they want to see is that you understand what they have on the job description,
Mm-hmm.
and you are translate that because they have a pain point. They're looking for someone to help them solve a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Can you identify that challenge and tell them that you have a way to solve it? And a lot of times that is more important than your grade. To close this topic,
Mm-hmm.
yes, of course, I say grades are not important, but it doesn't mean that you just throw it down the drain. I would say you
Mm-hmm.
find a balance. Say, okay, yeah, I want to graduate with a 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is also fine. It's okay. But make sure that you do that by making sure you are good in other areas. Your German is good. You're good with software tools that you're going to
Mm-hmm.
use, Power BI, Tableau, I don't know, whatever. Then you compensate everything together to make you a more rounded individual than just
Okay.
coming out with a 1.0.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Okay.
take on it.
So yeah, maintaining a balance is very important. It is not all about grades. It is
No.
about having a balanced grade with good skills, with all the software knowledge as well. So it's kind of a complete package. We are not expecting only grades over here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.